Hi everyone, this is Rashmi from Team MissMalini, and I'm live today with the lovely Kalki, who's here to talk about her film Waiting. I just saw the trailer and it's amazing. It's very beautiful, very touching also, and I think it's going to be a really good film. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, you can. But I'm sure there are a lot of people who haven't seen it. So do you want to tell them what the film is about shortly, quickly?
Yeah, it's a story about two people who are waiting in hospitals, so the waiting room of a hospital, for their loved ones. One is a much older man played by Naseer and a young woman played by me. And it's their weird relationship. They're complete strangers, complete opposites. They come from different worlds, and how they cope with, the difficulty of such a situation. But it's with a sense of humor, and it's a nice film. That I think the trailer is shorter than me explaining the film, so just watch the trailer.
Amazing. And was it very emotionally draining doing a film like this?
Partly, definitely. The first 10 minutes of the film, where Tara, my character, discovers that her husband is, been in an accident. That whole tension, the build up, which was at least like 5-6 days of shoot. Even though it's just 10 minutes in the film, was like just non-stop, like shock and crying and all of that. So that was a tough part. But there's so many other parts which are playful and funny. So yeah.
Okay. And the film has been screened at a few festivals, and we've been hearing only good things, especially about you. Have you received any really good compliments that have made you smile, or what's your favorite thing you've heard about the film so far?
Actually, the favorite thing was I went to LA for a screening just now in IFLA. And Shonali was one of the jury members. Our film was not in competition, but she had something to say about the film. She said, after Margarita, I don't think I could watch you in any other film and be happy. But I'm so proud to say that you've gone and outdone yourself again. So that was a great compliment, because she knows me as a director so well. Yeah. So yeah, that was special.
That's really sweet. Have you personally ever been in a situation where you've run into a stranger and you've learned something from them? Has that happened to you?
Yeah, I'm sure it's happened to me. I can't think of any specific example, but you constantly meet strangers, and I'm quite a traveler. I love to travel to new places and meet new people. So, yeah, you meet. I remember in Turkey meeting this old man, philosopher types, who gave some nice lectures on life.
That's cool. That's my dream, I think, to just meet people while traveling. I think we have a question on Facebook.
Not a question, but a lot of people are sending a lot of hearts and saying that you are looking beautiful today.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, remember, if you're watching this live, you can post your questions and your comments in the comment section, and we will read them out to Kalki, and she will have to answer them. Okay, you've worked with Naseeruddin Shah before.
Yeah.
But it has to be crazy working with him. He's still one of those people who, he has that mysterious aura about him, even though he's done so many films and we've seen him,
Yeah.
But what is he really like? What is it like working with him, and what is he like as a person?
Thankfully, I got to break the ice with Naseer, because I already did Yellow Boots with him, where I was totally in awe of him.
Yeah.
And I remember blanking out on the first take because I couldn't handle him. But I think I've had a bit more experience since then, and we had so much fun on this shoot. He's somebody who's extremely well prepared, does everything, all the homework and everything, but then on set it surprises you each time. So it's like someone throwing a ball at you, and you don't know when it's going to come and where it's going to come from. So you got to be ready to catch. So it makes you really get on your toes.
Okay, and what would you say is the one thing you want people to take out of this film? The lingering emotion they should have when they get out of the cinema?
It's about living life, no matter what happens, and it's about lifting yourself out of difficulties, and sometimes you have to realize that nobody else can do that for you. It's your attitude in life that changes things. So that's what the film hopefully should make you think about.
Actually, speaking about that, we have a fan question in. Someone asked, how do you personally find strength in grief and hard times? Since that's what your character is about, finding the hope. How do you personally deal with difficult situations and find the hope to go on?
I mean, there was a difficult situation where a family member was, in hospital for a long period recently, like 2 years back. And I think one is just accepting the situation. I think most of us are we go into denial when something bad happens, and like, oh God, it's the worst thing. We think of the word cancer and we're like, oh, she's gonna die immediately. But it's not the case. If you just dive into it and say, okay, let me find out everything there is to find out about this, make it your project, make it something that you want to work on. So it becomes your project, it becomes your life, and if you accept it, then you find all sorts of other solutions and ways to live. So yeah, I think it's really important to accept the problem.
Okay, Mehek from our Dubai team, she saw the movie and she sent in a question for you. She's like, what's your take on social media? Since the movie highlights how you have a bunch of friends on social, but like nobody's come out in support of you. So did the movie put something in perspective for you? And is there a take-home message, for everyone who's obsessed with social media?
Oh, in the film.
In the film, yeah.
I thought you meant as Kalki. The film does, Tara's character is this sort of like fast-paced Bombay girl who's like always on social media, on Twitter and Facebook, and she thinks she's changing the world by pressing that one button, We all think that, like, oh, we've pressed a like button on an NGO, so we've changed something. But all of that comes to a standstill when her husband's in coma, and suddenly all these people are not there, the support, and it doesn't matter, what people say on Facebook. Nobody is actually there with her to go through the trouble. So it's about her reflecting on her inner self, on finding strength within her, just taking time to sort of know what she really wants and whether she can face reality. So it's a big lecture for all of us, because we're all like constantly on our social life, and sometimes of course it's very much part of our life and it's so important, but at the same time I think sometimes you just need to take a walk in the park and say hi to your watchman.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to be back actually for another Facebook Live with a game which Miss Malini is going to do herself. But before that, one last message to all your fans and everyone who's watched the trailer and looking forward to the film. Tell them when they can go watch it and what you would like for them to feel after they get out of the film.
Yeah, so guys, Waiting is coming out on the 27th of May, and I'm just so happy that the trailer is out and people have loved it, and thank you so much for watching it and supporting it, and just keep waiting for Waiting.
Stay tuned, we're coming back with another Facebook Live in like a minute, so watch out.
Yeah, if you like this video, please like, and subscribe.